Howdy folks, Charlie here from Christmas on Crestline. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for tuning in to a tips and tricks episode. Today I'm going to teach you how to save a ton of money by fixing your LED Christmas lights. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I have a group of people who have contributed directly to today's show, and I want to give them a big thank you. So stay tuned to the end of the video to see who I'm talking about. How do you fix broken LED Christmas lights? Now, I'll tell you right off the bat, don't get the wrong one. Today we're going to talk about the LED Keeper. There is the Light Keeper Pro, which is red. That only fixes incandescent lights. This is the LED Keeper, and it is actually decently hard to find. I was talking to some folks up in Canada the other day, Yvette and Mark Sibilia. Shout out to you folks. They wanted to know what I used, wanted to know what I used to fix LED lights and how I did it. And I told her about this. She was not able to find it in any of the stores up there. She had to buy it online. So you're probably going to have the same problem. So I'm going to leave a link down in the description below of where to get this, and I'll also leave one where to get the Light Keeper Pro, which is just the incandescent version. One does not fix the other. LED does not fix the incandescent. Incandescent does not fix the LEDs, and the LED is hard to find. I have seen it in 2 stores probably in the last 4 years-ish, and this is one of those rare items that it does not matter the price tag. If it's in front of you at a store, you buy it, because those things go like hotcakes. They go very quickly. I've seen this as cheap as $25. I've seen it as expensive as $36. But this is one of the rare items that if it's in front of you, you buy it. What does it do? Well, like I said, this only does LED versions. It's going to come with this multi-purpose tool. This comes with a light tester, which I'll show you here in a minute. A fuse tester, so you instantly know if that fuse you want to replace is good or bad. When you replace bulbs, a lot of times you're going to use needle nose pliers. This comes with a tool that you don't need it. This is going to come with a hook and a trigger. So it's a little bit, I guess, like a candle lighter. I've heard that. But you know it's working. You know you have power when you pull the trigger and the light comes on. That tells you that the 9-volt battery it comes with is working. But when you pull the trigger, we're going to put cord in here in a second. We're going to pull the trigger. That's going to have a little pin that's going to go into the plastic of the light. It's going to electrify the copper wiring and provide a charge. That's going to tell us where the lights are at that are broken, what we need to fix. And I did have a string that I fixed earlier today, had 6 bad bulbs in it. That's just some bad, rare luck. But what does it come with? It's going to come with this handy dandy 2-page manual on how to work it. This is one of the rare manuals that is actually very well written. Pretty self-explanatory in general. Once you kind of have your hands on it and you know what to do with it. This is a very well written manual, so kudos to you folks for doing that. List right here everything it comes with. It's going to come with the pods, which are these. What are these pods for? Well, on the rare occasion that you have bad wire on either side of a bulb, you can snip the wire, put the wire into here, clamp it down, screw it on, and electricity can pass through this and not adversely affect the rest of the string. So pretty dang neat. It's going to come with place markers, which are these, and we'll get to. You're going to use the heck out of those. The bulb tester, which we'll go through, the fuse tester, which I've already showed you, the bulb puller, which is what they're calling this, and a 9-volt battery. This is one of the rare products that actually comes with a battery. The battery is in fact included. How neat is that? So let's get to fixing some Christmas lights, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do. So you have a bad strand of Christmas lights. You plugged them in. You've seen that they're bad most of the time. And this is just a inexpensive holiday time brand. This is a big box store brand of red minis. So we can see here we have 1/2 that is illuminated, 1/2 that is dead. Obviously there's a problem somewhere. We need to find the problem. So they call them placeholders. They're really just clothesline clips, clothes clips. So you're going to put your clip on the bulb. I prefer to put it on the bulb. Some folks put it in the middle of the wire. Well, I'm going to forget which bulb's good, which bulb doesn't work. So I'm actually going to put it on the light itself. Next step is unplugging the lights. Unplug the lights. You're going to now plug them into the LED light keeper. Boom. So plug them into the LED light keeper. We know that there's a bad bulb here. We know that somewhere on this side, there is a bad bulb. You have the marker for the good bulb. There's a bad bulb down here. A little tip and trick for you here. If you're gonna do this on a kitchen table, I'm used to it. It's okay, but it can get frustrating having these things slip and slide. It might be worth it to put down a couple towels or to put down a blanket on top on your tabletop so these don't slide around too much. So ideally what you're gonna do, you're gonna go here in the center and you're gonna see if anything works. So you're gonna put the light, and this light has 2 strings. There are some bulbs that will have 3, this has 2. So you're gonna put the cord inside of this cutout right here, and we're gonna pull the trigger. Okay, do we have anything coming on? Yes, we have everything on this side coming on. That tells us that this bulb is good, and everything to the left of it is good. So we're gonna take our close clip here, boom, and we're gonna move it over to this bulb. Now we know that there's something bad in between here, so we're gonna go kind of midway, put the cord in there, pull the trigger, and everything over here is coming on. That is where your second marker comes in handy. Boom, right there. So now we know that somewhere in between here is the bad bulb. And at this point, it's just a process of elimination. There's not too many bulbs here to test. It goes pretty quickly. Okay, so we know this is a good bulb. Put that marker there. Once you get proficient at this, you can fix a string of lights in about 2 minutes, 3. The one that I had 6 bulbs out, that was a little bit time consuming today. But a normal strand like this, where you have half out, you know it's probably 1 bad bulb. Just takes a couple minutes. It's very, very easy. Go here to the center again. Yep, pull the trigger, so boom. Mark that as good right there. Probably gonna be one of these 2 bulbs right here, since we're in between clips. Nothing on the right, nothing on the left, so this is probably gonna be a bad bulb. Test this one right here. I think that did come on there, didn't it? Okay, so everything's on over there. Well, did I click the wrong one? That does happen. Boom, so right there, power on the right, power on the left. So I did clip the wrong one initially. Boom, I put the clip on there. Probably wasn't paying attention. I imagine this is the one that I tested, and that will happen. So you got lights on either side, so now we know this is the bad bulb. So I'm gonna take this tool right here. First, I'm gonna see if it's latched. It is latched. Some of these will have a little latch. So you take the tool, and boom, get that latch up there. Then you'll notice there's a notch here between the bulb and the unit. Boom, that comes right on out. Pretty easy. Now I have spare bulbs here. Want to make sure that this bulb is good. So I'm gonna put this right into there. Boom, light bulb comes on. We know it's good. Now, was this actually a bad bulb that we just took out? Boom, nothing. So that was a bad bulb. And in looking at it, oh yeah, the copper is missing from this side. So at some point that copper wore off. So we're gonna take our good bulb. We're gonna go over here to the one we just took out. Put that in there. Put the latch down. And we're gonna see if that solved the problem. So I'm gonna unplug them from the light keeper, or the LED keeper. Plug them in. Boom! We have ourselves a brand new, fresh and functional string of red LED mini lights. So we have ourselves, boom, a brand new, fresh and functional string of LED Christmas lights. That is awesome. This right here will just save you a ton and ton and ton of money. I have 80,000 lights for my Christmas light show. To replace every string that just goes out because of a bad bulb or 2 is going to be dang expensive. This right here, this is a holiday time brand, inexpensive set of lights. Still going to cost you between $7, $8, $9 to replace that. And when you have 80,000 lights like I do, that means I have 8,000 strings of lights. You're talking a ton of money to replace. Or you can just spend 20, 30, even $40. This thing, even at like 150 would be well worth it. You more than save your money back. So that is how I fix my LED Christmas lights. Like I said, this is decently hard to find. I will put a link down below to where you can purchase it at. Should you want to get this for yourself in time for Christmas, because these do fly off the shelves pretty quickly in stores. You're probably more apt to find it online and more easily online. If you need to see me do this again with any other type of ball, be it C4, 5, C6, C7s, C9s, shoot me a comment down below and let me know what you want to see me test, and I will test out anything that you like. Or if there are any other products out there that you want to see tested or reviewed, let me know. I have no problem purchasing something and testing it for the show if it's something that you guys are curious about. A big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Every single one of you have contributed to today's show. I use funds from Patreon and I purchased this LED light keeper this year, brand new. Patreon, for folks that don't know, it's just a crowdsourcing way to support your favorite YouTube channels. And a big thank you to my Patreon supporters for contributing to today's show. All 14 of you, appreciate that. If you're curious about supporting the show and being a Patreon member, go to patreon.com, type in Christmas on Crestline, and it'll take you right to our page. It's not cheap doing a Christmas light show, and every little bit helps contribute to things like this. This is going to save me a ton of money by fixing all my Christmas lights. I fixed probably 40 strands this year, so this is more than paid for itself. So a big thank you to all my Patreon folks. I really do appreciate it. If you do get this, let me know. Throw a comment down in the comments below, and let me know if there's something else you want me to test. If you want to see me test a C6, 7, 8, a C9. Actually, I'm not familiar with C8s, but C7 and C9s are the two common ones. I also have 5s and 6s myself. So yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know if you need me to test anything else for you. Patreon supporters, I sure appreciate it. I'm Charlie. I'll see you folks in the next episode.